Oh my god!
Yeah, it's nice, eh?
Yo! What was that?
The bomb.
Sherwin, I apologize. I've been coming to Max's for so many years, and I have not ever done this.
Also, is this terrible? The Japan, the banana ketchup?
Yeah.
That's new to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Well then.
So, like, I'm just gonna put this in my purse.
Hello and welcome everybody, mga kaibigan, mga kababayan, mga chingu, and welcome to Fiesta Filipino's first ever food vlog. As you all know, the province is slowly opening up, and what better way to celebrate the province opening up than by eating here at the local restaurants. Right now and today, we are in for a treat, guys. Right now, we've got a special guest from Arts Common who's going to be eating the dish with me, and we're going to be bringing you guys with us as we take a look at their menu, take a look at their food, and try out their food for, I think, Josh, it might be his first time. So come on in, guys, and let's try out their food. And welcome back, everybody. Right now and today, we are here in Max's restaurant here in Calgary. We are actually going to be trying out this awesome food that they got ready for us. But right now, we are actually so lucky and so honored to have Josh. He's been a big part of the Fiesta Filipino community, I guess, since our partnership with Arts Common. Yes. So Josh is a member of Arts Common. He does a lot of things with Arts Common, so much that we don't even know what he does.
It's a big job. It's wide-ranging, but I work on the programming team at Arts Commons, which means that I work with different community groups, including the Filipino community.
The Youth Empowerment Program and Fiesta Filipino at Arts Commons.
Awesome. So that's really cool, guys. Yeah, we've been so honored for Fiesta Filipino for the last couple of years to be in partnership actually with Arts Common. There's actually a lot of awesome food here, but we're gonna go, I guess how it's gonna be is just one by one, get your thoughts on the food. And the awesome thing about this is Max's restaurant has been around for over 70 years.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, I think since 1945 they've been around, and the story goes they haven't changed their recipes since then. We're gonna try the soup first. So this is bongos, the milk fish, and then they've got fresh veggies in here as well. And sinigang, it uses the tamarind, so it's got a very sour flavor profile to it. Oh yeah, that sourness, that's definitely sinigang.
Yeah. That's the tamarind?
Yeah, that's the tamarind, mainly the tamarind. So it really brings out that tangy sourness in this whole dish.
But it's balanced by the fish.
I suggest with rice, you eat it with the rice,
Yeah.
and it kind of really balances out that flavor too.
Okay.
So which is really cool. So a lot of veggies, and actually, I'm gonna probably ask, Sherwin, this is like a regular order, right? Nice.
One size, large.
And then you also have the option to, if you do like the spice level, or you want a more spice level,
Yeah.
they do actually add some chilies in here.
Okay.
And you can break that up, cut it up, and actually get that sinigang to be a bit more spicier if you want.
Okay.
How some people do it.
This is nice for me. I'll take, yeah.
But yeah, so basically it's a main broth, but you can have anything from fish. And I think Max, they have beef and pork, sinigang, as well as shrimp. So there's different types of varieties that we got. But we got the bongos one because, like, traditionally, Pinoys love like the bongos belly because it's one of the fattier parts of it, right? But the lumpiang sariwa, which is this, we can use this as like a palate cleanser, but it's really an appetizer. So we've got our peanut sauce on there, thickened with cornstarch, ground pork and shrimp. Oh wow! So it's a fiesta in a wrap.
I love that.
So basically, if you have allergies to seafood, if you are vegan, and if you have allergies to peanuts, stay away. Other than that, I think we're good.
I'm okay.
So we're gonna try this out. So feel free, Josh.
Big fan of peanut sauce.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So this is fabulous.
I taste a heavy garlic flavor in there. I don't know if that's just me.
I don't mind it at all. I love it.
Are you Italian, Josh?
Yeah, dad's type, yeah. So we got carrots, pork, lots of veg.
Lots of veg.
What else?
There's shrimp in there too. There's little julienne pieces of shrimp.
Oh yeah.
And I think the different types of veggies is still is carrots, What else is there? Radish? Ubo? What is that? The palm.
It was palm.
Oh, palm. Yeah, the palm. Yeah, ubo. Okay. Josh is more Filipino than I am because I have no idea.
Hardly,
what that
no.
is. Palm hearts, yeah. It's actually quite enjoyable too because it's not heavy in the wrap.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it'll be just all wrap and like a little bit of food, but this one's actually, there's a lot of fresh veggies in there too.
I gotta pace myself.
I know. Like,
I'm sorry. It's all just really good. So
there's a lot of food, so I do not blame you, sir, for pacing yourself. All right, next is we've got our palabok. I guess we'll move on to the palabok, which is also a main dish. I don't know, John, if you can get the. If you don't mind, I'm gonna add the lemon.
Please.
On there, because you gotta get that lemon, that acidity.
A little bit of citrus.
I think traditionally, because we don't have it, I don't know if have you ever heard of calamansi?
No, I don't think I have.
So calamansi is like the Philippines' own version of like a key lime, like a very small lime, but it only grows in regions of the Philippines, from what I know. I've never seen any other place have it. You can get them here in Calgary, but they are frozen. I think you can check out your local seafood city or your local markets. They do have them, but it is frozen. But it's, I guess the closest thing we have to it is lemon. And palabok is a type of pancit, a noodle dish that we have. The color actually comes from the anato seed, or I guess we call it ashuete. But that's where we get that nice vibrant colors from. And I think the noodles itself are just rice noodles. But it's also very seafood heavy, so you still have, correct me if I'm wrong, Sherwin, but you've got like shrimp and stuff in here as well too. Yeah, so you got shrimp, egg, and then you got like some ground pork, and then you've also got some chicharron on top. And the chicharron is pork rinds.
Okay.
So it's just adds that little extra texture of flavor. And it's also a very traditional dish to have in the Philippines when you have parties and more things like that.
Yeah, we've got other places to, other dishes to try.
Yep.
I am gonna take a bit of the egg though.
Yes. And while Josh is doing that, fun fact, egg fact, did you know here in Calgary, it takes 9 minutes to perfectly cook an egg? Because of our elevation, normally it should be 12 minutes, but since our elevation is higher, our water actually boils at 90.
Yeah.
It's not actually at 100. So it only takes 9 minutes to cook a perfect egg. How do you know what a perfect egg is? Is when you actually, and I think they've done this here, when you go to the egg, and on the yolk, there is no gray. So if you take a look at the yolk and there's no gray, because the gray that forms is actually sulfur, and your body can't actually digest that.
Oh, that's why you get them.
And that's why sometimes when people eat eggs, you go, stay away from him.
Yeah.
He just had boiled eggs for lunch, right? So if you want to avoid those unpleasant, awkward situations at work, 9 minutes, cook your eggs, and you'll have perfectly hard-boiled eggs every single time.
Wow, I learned something new.
Exactly. So that's really cool to see, actually. Even that little attention to detail, and that's what's really awesome about like Max, and like my kids love eating here as well. It's just that attention to detail to flavor and food, and just the respect for the food too, which is really awesome. So.
Dog went quiet. No, it's absolutely delicious. I mean, like, the rice noodles are gorgeous because they absorb all the flavor.
Yes.
So everything from the pork and the seafood and the egg, yeah, it's gorgeous. It's creamy. It's not spicy at all.
And then with the added of that little citrus.
Yeah. It's bright. Like you can taste that in there.
It really brings it out a lot more.
That so, and the little scallions on top. You can totally taste it.
Yep, that's awesome. And yeah, even the garnishes are nice and fresh, which is really cool. And again, like those small little attention to details is what I think really separates a lot of restaurants apart from other people.
Yeah.
It's if you can really pay attention to what customers like. It's really deceiving because sometimes you'll see this, and if you come in here really, really hungry, you go, is that enough? But then you'll eat like half of this, and you'll be like, I can't eat anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's actually really deceiving, and I give kudos and props to the team here in the Calgary location, and I think they do it also in the Edmonton location. But the presentation, it's so nice. But when you come here hungry, you think, oh, is that enough? But you start eating and you go, we order way too much. So I think that's smart on them.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
I think that's what they intended. So people order more food.
Yeah. No, but I imagine if you come here with a family, like you can you can tuck in. Like everyone can like tuck in properly and still have something for lunch the next day.
Yes.
The sort of Filipino culture towards food and the Italian culture towards food around sharing it around a family style table with like sharing plates. It's very familiar to me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
It's the thing that
100%.
seems most familiar to me.
Filipinos, everything needs rice.
Yep.
So like no matter where you go,
Just a nice solid carb.
a solid carb is rice. And then even if we have potatoes or there's adobo, you still have rice.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as just one starch at a Filipino table. There's always going to be multiple starches. Our rice noodles has rice. So like, what more can you say? For the next couple dishes, you're going to need some of that rice
Okay.
to really like level it up. But my favorite dish, and if my wife is watching right now, shout out to Karen, but she knows, I love kare kare. And kare kare is peanut stew. That is also gets the color from very much like the palabok from the ashwete,
Okay.
the anato seed. And again, it's got that nice thick, like look at that nice thick texture of the sauce. And again, I'm a huge fan of broths and sauces, and I will coat my rice just in the sauce alone. But I think they do a combination of beef shank and oxtail here at Max. But traditionally, I think the kare kare is usually done with oxtail, which does have a lot of collagen in the bones. So that's why, without knowing it, Filipinos are actually eating quite healthy. But you've got the collagen in the bone that makes that sauce nice and thick. So even when you were to freeze that and put it into your fridge, overnight, the next day, you literally have a gelatin mold. Just right in your fridge of kare kare, which is so funny. So you've got fresh veggies, they've got eggplant. I think they even have bok choy in this one.
Yeah. I can see some bok choy on the top there.
Yeah, so you've got bok choy, you've got eggplant, you've got green beans.
Yeah.
Traditionally,
Get some
and
peanuts
you've got
on
some
top.
peanuts on top. But eggplant, and then what they do is, I think it's fried or grilled the eggplant first before they do it.
Oh, okay.
So, which is an awesome garnish. And for those of you at home who are wondering, how do you keep your veggies so fresh and so crisp and everything? Cook them separately and then add them to your sauce afterwards. Because then that way when you serve it, it actually holds and retains the crunch and texture better.
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
Actually.
So as opposed to you cooking it in the sauce.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, it depends on the dish. Some dishes you need to cook the veggies in there to get that flavor. But other dishes where a veggie is actually just added onto there, you literally can add it later. So that way you can keep the texture and you can keep the veggies still nice and crunchy.
I'm tasting the crunchy eggplant, and that's tough to do.
Exactly,
eggplant, it's difficult to cook.
Especially in a stew. And sorry, I forgot to mention to you, leveling up your dish one more time. Bagoong. Some of you may hate this, some of you may love it, but it is a staple when it comes to kare kare. And what bagoong is, it's fermented shrimp paste. I don't know if you can get that. But bagoong, it just adds a different level of saltiness. Where you have at restaurants, they add salt and pepper shakers. As you can see, we do not have that.
Okay.
You have bagoong.
Okay.
And that will add an extra layer of just seafood / saltiness onto your dish, and use sparingly as needed. But it will definitely, it will level up that dish so much more. Because you did try it without it, right?
I did,
You did.
yeah. Super creamy, delicious. I love this. It's like I'm on Food Network. I'm like living my best like cable TV life right now. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's way different.
It just elevates it more. And again, you might.
There's like a different kind of umami sort of thing going on.
100%. And that's what just brings it up even more, and that's the thing that I love about it so much sometimes. And the next thing up is, again, you can't have a Filipino party or fiesta without barbecue. And no matter where you go, you can't go wrong with barbecue. And I think you can even see them, like back in the Philippines, people sell it at the street corners.
Yeah.
And you can just buy barbecue just on the street corners.
This is my favorite part of Fiesta Filipino, because I've got lunch like sorted for the entire time.
Yes.
And that's what I go to.
Ooh, and this is a really cool fun fact here. I don't know, John, if you can take a look at this. Cameraman John, achara, which is like papaya, which is like a pickled papaya. Again, traditionally, you buy the cheaper cuts of of pork or the cheaper cuts of beef.
Yeah, sure.
Because you gotta make some profit somehow, right? But
Well,
again,
you're also gonna marinate it for a long time.
because fat actually absorbs flavor. So the more you marinate it in the fatty parts in that sauce, it actually brings out the flavor of the marinade and the sauce more. But then sometimes it doesn't translate well because of the fat. And that's the awesome thing about the achara. It actually helps cut that fat. So it kind of cuts the greasiness of the fat, but really still brings out all the flavor into it. So when you try this one, I suggest putting a little bit of the achara on top of it, and then trying some of the vinegar on there as well.
Okay.
So you got the dipping sauce, you've got the achara, and now it's a full experience.
Right on. I'll see you later.
It's one of the things that I guess that I love so much about Fiesta Filipino is because you're walking down the streets of Calgary during the festival, and you just smell all that barbecue. And that if you're hungry, like God bless your soul if you did not bring your wallet that day.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you're leaving that part of the city without buying something, because it's just so phenomenal.
That's good. It's gorgeous. It's like, it's sweet, but like you can still taste a little bit of the char from the barbecue.
Yeah.
So there's this like beautiful little balance in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the pickled papaya.
Yeah, totally. It brings everything out.
It just combines everything together, and it cuts that fattiness where sometimes people see fat as like, oh, I don't want to eat that fatty part. But when you eat it with that, it just, you forget it's there.
I know we still have a long way to go, but
You can finish that one. I think we're actually gonna get a palate cleanser, and Sherwin's gonna be joining us, just to bring it to us here. But we're gonna get a palate cleanser real quick. It's yes.
That is great.
So this is sago gulaman, or sago gulaman. I don't know how to say it anywhere. Boba. Philippine. It's not even boba because there's no pearls in it. But you do have sago, so it's like tapioca pearls, but mini small pearls. And then the gulaman is Tagalog for jelly.
okay.
So basically, you've got jelly. Traditionally, I think people use pandan jelly, which is a type of leaf, which brings out like the pandan. Producer Vanji, pandan is what again? Is that like banana leaf? No, it's like a different. Anyways, it's got its own flavor. I can't explain it, but you've got the crushed ice, and you've got like a simple syrup. So the simple syrup is what gives the sweetness to it.
Okay.
And then you've got the jellies, and you've got because this can double as your drink / dessert.
Okay.
But there's also another dessert called buko pandan, and they do that here as well. And then you also got the most traditional of all, which I don't know if they're gonna do it or not, but the halo halo.
Oh, what's this?
So I mean, halo halo is like, I know Vietnamese have something very similar too, where it's shaved ice, and you've got condensed milk, and then you've got the beans, and then you've got the jellies, and you've got, so halo means to mix.
Okay.
So it literally is a mix of everything. Everything good and yummy and scrumptious and easy to make is all gonna be in that one dessert. And traditionally here at Max, they actually top it with ice cream. Now,
okay.
Is it traditional? I don't know. But every time I've gone out to any restaurant, they've always had ice cream on it. So the place that doesn't have ice cream, maybe it's time to keep up with the times, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you usually have ice cream with it. And even the buko pandan, they also get ice cream with it. And there's another dessert that they actually do called mais con hielo, which is shaved ice, condensed milk, or evaporated milk, sugar, and corn, but sweet corn.
Yeah.
So if you're a big corn lover, which I am,
Yeah.
I love that. So they've got mais con hielo, but this is really good too. So most known thing of Max is their fried chicken. Again, the house of fried chicken built, right? Like, I think that's their slogan. I don't know, Joe, if you can see it, but yeah, the house that fried chicken is built. And that's the one thing they're actually known for, is actually back in the day when Max is actually the uncle of Ruby, which you see here. And he was the uncle of Ruby, and Max got a lot of friends who were who were soldiers, part of the war, and then they were always going over to his house to have drinks and hang out. And then eventually they asked Max, like if they could just pay for the beers, because they felt bad kept on drinking his beers. And then he decided, you know what if I don't start a cafe? So they started serving chicken, steak, beer, and then they just got people come over and just buy their food and buy their drinks. And from there, I guess Max was born, but it wasn't until later on that they got their niece to be a part of it, who started most of the menu and expanded the menu, that their niece Ruby, which is now known as Nanay Ruby, which is like mama, Nanay is mom, but Nanay Ruby, and she's the one who's actually, it's her recipe for the chicken, her recipe for the kare kare, and most of the sauces on the menu is actually from Nanay Ruby. So if it wasn't for Nanay Ruby, we would not have Max. So it's definitely a Filipino fried chicken. Like, I'm used to eating fried chicken like this. Besides the fact, if it was most famous fried chicken.
Gorgeous.
Awesome.
I'm so sorry. I timed that wrong, but I'm tucking in.
Josh was just like going for it. And then actually, I do love it. Oh wow. I don't know if you heard that, but that crunch.
Yeah.
Like,
what's beautiful, like, it's a beautiful crunch. It's not too salty.
No.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
No.
It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
You really taste the chicken and like the
fried
flavor
chicken.
in there. Yeah, like straight up. Real quick, Migs, or what is going on with this sauce? Where's the sauce here?
You add the Jufran and the beef curry and the hot sauce and mix them all together. That's the traditional way of actually sausaw.
Oh my God. Okay, guys.
All right, okay.
You learn something new every day. Okay. Comment section is gonna go wild. Like, how do you not know this? So I guess do we have a small little container? But I guess traditionally you guys mix Jufran, which is banana ketchup. I'm gonna say Liam Perrins, because no one.
It's Worcestershire sauce.
No one's got time for that. Who says that? How do you say it?
Worcestershire?
Worcestershire. That's why I stick with Liam Perrins.
That's fine.
That's probably a bit better than getting like bashed by comment section there. So you got banana ketchup, the Liam Perrins, Worcestershire, Liam Perrins, Tabasco sauce. So apparently, if you mix these all, mix it all together, and it's basically your
like
traditional dipping sauce
it's a dipping
for the chicken.
sauce.
Yeah, which is. So I do know you're not a fan too much of spice.
I can a little bit of Tabasco's and I'll be just fine.
Are you from Calgary though?
I am.
100%?
If you can believe that, yeah.
That is awesome. That's very rare to see.
I know.
But
there's not many of us.
If that's the case, then you know that, what is it? What drink was originated from Calgary?
Oh, the Caesar.
The Caesars. And with that
So the story goes.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And then America.
I believe it.
America had to come along and make the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'll start with the banana sauce.
Banana ketchup. Do we have ratios, or you just whatever you like? To taste. Again, not sponsored by Mang Tomas, but I've eaten it with Mang Tomas, and I'm used to eating chicken with that, which is like a different kind of brown sauce that's got like liver and like vinegar in it. So
Okay.
I'm used to that sauce, but I did not know about this. So thank you. I seriously did not know about this. And
That's fabulous. Because the banana ketchup is like, it's nice and sweet.
yeah.
But the Worcestershire gives you the tang with a little bit of heat from the Tabasco.
All right. I am now excited for this.
Like, that is A-okay.
Because I've not ever tried this. So this is my first time doing this. I am not even kidding you. I've always wondered why these were on here. And that was my first time actually ever doing that. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's nice, eh?
Yo, what was that?
The bomb.
Sherwin, I apologize. I've been coming to Max's for so many years, and I have not ever done this.
Also, is this terrible? The Japan, the banana ketchup?
Yeah.
That's new to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Well then.
So, I'm just gonna put this in my first.
I don't know. Banana ketchup is more of the, I guess, the ketchup you find in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
It's very rare to see tomato ketchup, only because I don't think tomatoes can grow that much out there. And it's expensive to have. So if they were to get tomatoes, they're importing it.
Yeah.
As opposed to us, we can, literally, you can grow a tomato plant in your backyard.
Yeah.
Right. So with us, it's not so bad. So we're very heavy in tomatoes. But in the Philippines, or Southeast Asia, I guess, they make do with what they got. And this is what they got. And this is what I grew up with, banana ketchup. This is I feel like more Filipino now. Is that even possible? How did I not know about this?
I feel really honored that I'm discovering this with you.
That's
this
awesome.
is something we share now.
I know, this is a moment that will
Wow.
now forever be immortalized on YouTube.
Take a picture, put it on the wall.
Yeah. This was the day I discovered that new sauce with Josh.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Michael.
So this one, and it's already in front of you, so I'm not going to move it too much.
Sure.
But it's crispy pata, and it's like a fall off the bone type of meat too. So I mean, it's like best of both worlds, from flavor to crunch and texture, in my opinion. And then you've got this dipping sauce, which is, sorry, producer Vanji, what is the sauce again on that one?
It's soy sauce with vinegar.
Soy sauce and vinegar. So again, very straightforward sauce. Just to again cut that fat of the shank, which is really good. But again, I don't even think you need the sauce if you're a big fan of the crunch. I love crunch, so.
I'm not gonna say no to crunch.
So feel free to dig in.
All right.
Crispy pata is probably one of the dishes where families will fight over more.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you do get one piece, but now it's like, oh, I got all the skin. So you do gotta be careful. If you grab all the skin, you'll get the eye, you'll get the people looking.
Yeah. Well, you know, I want to be invited back. I've got a little papaya like salsa here as well.
Yes.
Right?
So again, the same idea and the concept also of the barbecue. Just to cut that fat and everything, and just to bring the dish together more, you use that achara, pickled papaya. Tender.
Again, not super salty. Like just right.
Seasoned well, and then I don't know, did you get a crunchy part there, Josh?
Oh yeah. It was all crunch.
I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm gonna eat the skin, and it's just like, oh wow. But yeah, so this one now, Josh, you might have to get your white boy spice level up.
All right, that's fine. Okay.
Because it's not as spicy, but it does have spice in there.
Okay.
Now I'm a fan of having spice in food, but not for the fact that you're burning your face off, right? Like I don't know if you've seen those things of like, you know, hot ones where they're eating all that spicy hot sauce and they're just crying. Like why?
Like, but a bit of spice and a bit of heat, I totally recognize. It brings out flavor.
100%. So, and that's what I really love so much about this dish, is I personally, like, this is one of my favorites. I'm not so much a fan of tofu before, but when it's cooked in this way, it is one of my favorites because again, you get the creaminess of the sauce, you get the spice of, I think there's some peppers in there as well. And then you just get the flavor of the tofu, which actually is quite highlighted well with this dish. And I keep on forgetting the name. I think it's called like sizzling tofu, because it's on a sizzling plate. Aha, I got it. But yeah, so sizzling tofu. So it's also really good. I think you can even have this as an appetizer dish to share, just like sisig. I don't know if you ever heard of sisig, but it's also a really good alternative if you don't want to do the sisig or the meat. So feel free to dig in.
Yeah, thank you. That's funny. See, I am actually a fan of tofu.
Are you?
I am. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I had tofu for dinner last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't mind tofu. There's just certain ways of how to cook it. Like If I was to straight up eat tofu, I'd be like,
well, I mean, you don't really bite into an onion, do you?
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. You know what? See, that hanging out with Josh just opens up my perspective on things too. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
Yeah.
That's not like, that's totally fine. That's not super spicy.
No?
You scared me, man. I was like, yeah. I saw there's water at the end. They're like, oh no, this is gonna get them. Like, no, this is good. This is all right. Really creamy, but like the peppers add that like acidic kind of pop.
It does.
That you need.
And then because it has that creaminess to it, it kind of like mellows it out. So you can eat it, but then the creaminess kicks in. And then now it just becomes flavor. And just before we get to the final parts of these details, oh my gosh, there's more. But before we get to the final parts of the details, we do want to ask you.
Yeah.
Coming from your background, because you are Italian.
Yep.
So you know of Fiesta Filipino and the food that we have.
Yep.
But obviously this isn't something that you see every day because it's not from your background, not from anything. First impressions overall of the food that you've tried so far.
Care.
Care. Oh.
Yeah. Sure. Fried chicken.
Yep.
Right. But there's an attention to detail that you don't see everywhere. You know?
Actually, you bring up a very good point, and like everything was done so meticulously, and and then I can say, because I've eaten here before, that even when you're not vlogging for the show, that this is exactly how they present it. This is how the food comes out to you. So, and then that's the awesome thing about it is you don't have to worry about, oh, maybe next time it's gonna be like this, or maybe next time it's like that. It's like, no, it's actually consistent. Consistency. Like me, myself, and that's why I love our family loves to eat here too, is because of the consistency of the food. And I think we're actually waiting on, I know they're not open yet, guys, to the public, but they are anxiously awaiting to be able to make sure not only are their staff safe, but also you guys who come to visit are safe. So they want to make sure everything is 100%, even if they have to make it 120% before they open. But we're just honored so much that they asked us to come out here and eat and then try their food and just bring it out to you guys. But I do know they actually are still open at all, like every day. And if you guys do want to check out an order from Max's restaurant, Calgary and Edmonton locations, they are open for pickup as well as for delivery. You can also do the app DoorDash. I don't know, do you DoorDash?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, who hasn't DoorDash? So again, not sponsored, not an ad. We're not done by DoorDash, but they do have a delivery with DoorDash or for pickup. You can even call them at 403, and I think John will put it in the description below, but 403-453-2111. Was that 3 1s? I don't Again, 403-453-2111. Give them a call if you don't have the app. If you don't want to use the app, give them a call. They take your orders over the phone for both Calgary and Edmonton locations. So they aren't open just yet, but you can also check out their Facebook page for all their updates on when they're going to be opening to the general public on Facebook I think for both, right, Sherwin?
For Edmonton, the dining is already open.
Oh, Edmonton, the dining is open. Okay. But Calgary, so pay attention to our socials. Calgary, they will announce when they will be opening to the general public. Edmonton, you guys are lucky. You guys can come in and have fun like we do. So, but yeah.
I feel so special.
I know. And I think I mentioned this before. We are actually honored to get a traditional Filipino dish, which is the dessert. I think it's called halo halo. Yes, halo halo. Translated roughly, it is mix mix. I'll give this to you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
And oh my gosh. So everything awesome and wonderful that you have about Filipino cuisine is basically summed up in this dish. You've got ube ice cream. Ube is like a sweet potato yam. Ube ice cream. You've got leche flan. I don't know if you've had flan. Spanish flan. Yep. Very similar in texture and context, but again, Filipino, so we make our own caramel and everything like that. And I think it's a mixture of mostly egg yolks, but you got the flan. You've got the beans. You've got the young coconut. You've got red beans. You've got the pandan jelly. And I think, Sherwin, am I right? Is there nata de coco in this, or that's why you have the shredded?
There's the green one, nata de coco.
Yes. So you've got like the coconut flavored like jellies and stuff in there, all with on top of shaved ice and condensed milk. If you don't want it as sweet, you can ask for no sugar in it.
Yeah.
Or again, traditionally it has sugar. Like you've got sugar on top of sugar on top of sugar. So if this isn't a dessert to meet your needs.
There's something for everyone in here.
Exactly. And then on top, I don't know if you noticed that it's called pinipig, which to me it's like Rice Krispies, like deep fried rice pieces. But it adds that extra layer of
you get a little texture crunch
as you're eating it. So it's like, again, everything good about the Philippines on a hot summer day is condensed in a cup. But this isn't a cup. Look at this. It's like, Jom, I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but it is like the size of almost the size of my head. Like, it's like half my head. Like, it's amazing. The great thing about this, and the reason why it's called halo halo, is you can eat everything one by one to try everything and see how you like it, but you are supposed to mix it all together.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to mix, halo halo.
I'll mix it, but after I have some of the ube.
Yeah, you've got to have the ube.
I just want a little bite of the ube first. Yeah. I know I'm breaking the rules. It's okay. Don't tell me, all right?
It's okay. They don't judge here at Max.
Okay.
And then the leche flan is actually really good too. Actually, that's what I do as well. I actually eat everything separately.
Really?
Only because I'm weird like that. I will actually, at fast food joints, I will eat the fries first before I eat the actual burger.
Who are you? I mean, like each to their own. Like you live your best like French fry life, but
Josh will never come back.
no, no, not like that. I just different ways of being.
Alrighty, guys, and that wraps it up for Fiesta Filipinos food vlog. We'd like to take this time to say thank you very much to Max's restaurant, Calgary location, for having us here. We'd like to thank you guys, our viewers, for joining in and watching our show today. Be sure to hit that like button, click that subscribe, and hit that bell notification button to be alerted anytime we upload any new videos on the food vlogs that we will be doing in and around the city. We'd also like to take this time to say thank you very much to Josh. And our
thank
comment.
you.
Yes.
Really, it's such a pleasure, and I'm really honored to be asked. Yeah, Arts Commons misses having everybody around. So this is a nice treat for today.
So I don't know, since we do have you here though, Josh, is there anything down the pipeline that we should be aware of from Arts Common that might be happening anytime soon?
Nothing announced yet. We've good try. We have delayed the season announcement so far, but
which makes sense.
yeah, given
We want to see what everyone's at and what the government says about it. Okay.
exactly. Yeah, we know that large gatherings will be among the last things to reopen after everything. So obviously we want to do our best to be safe and conscious of all those regulations, and frankly just the health and safety of everyone. So, but when we do come back, we are very much looking forward to having everybody back with us.
Oh, awesome. So again, guys, thank you very much on behalf of Fiesta Filipino. Thank you very much, Arts Comment and Josh, for being a part of the show. And thank you guys for joining us again. If you guys want to see more of this stuff, comment down below what you guys want to see next, if you guys have any suggestions, and what you guys want to do in the next vlog. Because again, this is just the beginning, and this is where we're going to take things from here. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for joining us in. And big shout out to cameraman Jom. Yay, Jom. Big shout out to producer Brgy, Migs, and big shout out and thank you to Sherwin, branch manager for Calgary location of Max, for inviting us here to be a part of Max and their slow reopen to Calgary. And again, keep attention to their Facebook page and all their social media. They will announce to you when it's safe to come back in their restaurant to enjoy time with your family and your friends. And again, on behalf of Arts Common, Fiesta Filipino, and Max's Restaurant, we want to say thank you and goodbye.